Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel All About BI. The channel crosses 1000 subscribers and thank each one of you who has been providing constant support and motivation throughout. And for this session, right, I'm going to tell you something about wrangling data flow. Okay, Microsoft has given some feature that is what I'm going to explain in this video. All right, so assume wrangling data flow is nothing but it is the tool that will help you to prep your data. Prep in a sense, prepare your data for data flow. Okay, so the data that you handle in real time will not be clean all the time, right? So it will have junk data, or it will have data in different data type, or it will have it in some lowercase or uppercase which we don't want and we want to convert. Similarly, we might want to merge certain columns. So similarly, if you want to perform such kind of transformations or such kind of data preparation, then you can make use of this wrangling data flow. Okay, they have given a new name for it. I'll tell you shortly. But for now, you don't confuse anything with this. Just assume it will be similar to working with an Excel file, wherein you can make changes to the columns, data types. The way you handle Excel file, right, it will be similar to that. Also, in technical perspective, if you want to compare it, it's almost similar to Power BI, Power Query. Okay, because the technology that is being used by wrangling data flow and Power BI reports are the same. Okay, the Power Query concept. Okay, so coming back to the term that they are giving. So when you refresh your adf.azure.com, right, you will be seeing this Power Query preview. It's still not being released for public usage, but it's in the preview. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell you. So it's been called Power Query. Okay, so this Power Query, using this one, right, you can develop a data flow, wrangling data flow, and you can prepare your data at scale. Okay, so internally, the Power Query or the data flow you are building using Power Query, right, it will be run using clusters, the same way how a mapping data flow works. All right, so this is the name that they are giving. So after we have prepped our data, after we have cleaned our data or cleansed our data, we can include this particular Power Query step as one of the steps in our pipeline. For example, assume you have a pipeline like this, and after you look up something, after you filter something and setting some variables, right, before you loop through the file, you want to prep your data. So in this point in time, what we can do is, we can actually for preparing data, right, you can actually implement a Power Query concept, and you can include that step here. Okay, so for that they have something called Power Query step itself. So it is available in the activities list itself. Okay, so I'll tell you how to work with Power Query, but just wanted to show you that it can be included as a step in your data flow that can simplify your data preparation. Okay, very neatly. You can handle your data much easily if you use a Power Query data flow. Okay, all right, so this is one part of it, and when you actually dive into the Power Query stuff, right, you will find it more interesting and more easier. So how do I add a Power Query? So just click on new Power Query. You will be given with option to name your Power Query. So you can say something like test Power Query. Alright, it will ask for assume it to be something similar to data flow in the sense, it will have a source, it will have a destination or sink. In between, you will perform some data preparation or some data manipulation stuff, which will be done in Power Query mode. Okay, so in between source and sink, you will have some transformations applied. Okay, so first thing, we need not choose both the data sets at the time. We'll work with the source data set, and finally we can add sink data set. Okay, so the moment I take you to the Power Query window, right, you will find it very similar to the Power BI designer. Okay, similarly, the way we handle Excel files. All right, so here, right now, if you see, right, it doesn't support different kinds of data stores. Okay, if you hover over it, it will be telling you if you cannot directly connect to an Excel file. So similarly, there are multiple data stores which are currently not supported. The only things that are being supported are CSV formatted Azure Data Lake Storage, Gen 1, Gen 2 files, and blob storage files, and SQL DB or data warehouse, So from this only you will be able to connect to from a Power Query. Okay, similarly you have this constraint in the sync as well. All right, so right now I can't directly point to my Excel file. So what we can do is I have converted my CSV file, I mean Excel file to CSV file, and I have uploaded. Okay, so I'm just pointing to the Excel file which contains some product details. So once you say okay, you will be taken to the Power Query window. Okay, this is the place where we do some data preparation, data cleansing, and merging stuff. So whatever we talked about, right, we can do everything in this window. So the moment you load the file and come into the Power Query window, right, you will be seeing something similar to the same Excel file that we saw in the beginning. Okay, so what and all we can do here is we can do lots of transformations here, lots of data preparation activities. For example, if this is your file and you want to convert the casing of a particular column, for example, maybe the sales channel, right, if you want to convert it into uppercase column, then we can do that. For instance, how you can implement this uppercasing stuff is just click on the column which you want to convert it into uppercase or lowercase, and then you will be able to transform the column. For a text column, right, it will be performing text operations or text transformations. So these are all the allowed text transformations. We can convert the column from uppercase to lowercase and vice versa. We can capitalize each word which is present in a column. You can trim the data. You can clean the data. You can find the length of the data, and you can convert it into XML or JSON. Okay, these are the allowed transformations for a text-based column. Okay, so this is one example for a transformation. So the moment you add a transformation step, right, so we have converted the capitalized word into a fully uppercase column. Okay, so the moment we did that, right, one step will be added here, just like the same way we work in Power BI, right. Whatever you have been doing, for example, if you remove some column, or if you add some column, if you merge some column, if you convert some column, if you change the data type of a column, so whatever activity you do here, those will be coming as steps here. Okay, so one more thing would be I can delete some of the columns, so which I don't want, or I think which is least useful. Order priority. If I don't want this, right, I can click on remove column. So the moment I remove it, one more step will be coming here. So see here, and if you want to revert it, or if you want to undo the action that you have performed, right, you can click on this into mark. So that will be redoing the step, or that will be reverting whatever changes you have already done. Okay, so that is how it works. And apart from that, right, whatever you want to do, for example, typecasting, so unit price, unit cost, and all these are all shown as text. So all the, because we have pointed to a CSV file, so everything is being considered as string column, because you can see AB here. Okay, so we don't want that, right? So we want this cost column and all to be decimal column. So we can click on change type, and we can consider or convert it into a decimal based column. So this kind of small transformations, if you have to do it in a mapping data flow, right, that will be little bit a daunting task. Okay, so Power Query or this particular wrangling feature, right, it is very handy if you start working with it, right. So if you want to do the same thing in a mapping data flow, you will have to think of which transformation to use, what expression to write, and all you will have to think. But with the Power Query and wrangling data flow, right, it all becomes very simpler. So all the actions or all the transformations, right, I can click on save, and I can include this particular transformation step or data prep step as one of the steps in my pipeline. Okay, so just drag and drop a Power Query activity and just choose the Power Query that you have already created. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Keep supporting.